Well, hello, hello. This is Justin Chamness, Real Estate Wholesalers Club. We're all about helping you guys get to that first deal or maybe your next deal. Um, Today, I want to dive into something and do a live demo. How you doing, Ryed? How you doing, Nate?
I think
Um, how you doing, everybody out there watching? It's good to see you. I hope you're there, ready to put into action what I'm going to show you today. I've been promising, and we've been talking a lot about role playing, the seller call. There's been a lot of questions about how we do lead gen. And so I wanted to do some lead gen right here with you, right here in front of you. No smoke, no mirrors. All right. So just straight up lead gen. But I also want to open the floor for questions. So does anybody have any questions that maybe is pressing in your business right now? We do this 6 times a week in the VIP club. Live Q&A 6 times a week. Yep. Now, you don't have to be at all of them, of course. You can be. But we do it 6 times a week because, you have questions sometimes on a daily basis if you're really going after this, right? So 6 times a week. This happens to be one of those times. So although I'm going to do a training and a live demo today, I want to answer any questions you may have. So if anybody has any questions or questions along the way, feel free to unmute your microphone, hit that camera button so we can see your beautiful smiling face, and then ask away. This is for you, okay? Okay, here's what we're into today. We are into lead gen today. We're going to do lead gen. Now, we're practicing the role play of the seller call tomorrow. And tomorrow evening in the VIP, we have an exclusive event going on right now where we're doing Mastering the Phone to Get Deals 2.0. Really diving into it this week. Okay. But none of that does any good if you don't have leads. You got to have leads. So we're going to talk about getting leads today. A lot of questions out there about how to do it, about how I do it. It's very simple. Okay. I think we overthink things. We're chronic overthinkers. A lot of us are. Okay. I might be a chronic underthinker. I'm not sure. I try to make things as simple as they possibly can be. It's like when you train a dog. If you tell the dog to sit or lay and roll over, it's like, what? But if you tell it to sit, then you tell it to lay, then you tell it to roll over, it can handle that. I feel like that's us too, as humans. Like we kind of need things broken down to a real simple level for us in order for us to really, really grasp it. So I want to break down lead gen for you a little bit today. We're going to dive into the automated REI and just do it. Now, I'm toying around with the idea right now of somebody, anybody, could be anybody in the VIP club, somebody in the Zoom room here. Let's make some leads for you. Anybody want leads? I'll pay for them.
awesome, Liz.
Ryed wants leads. Okay. Let's do some Ryed leads. That sounds good to me. Okay. So let's jump in. We'll make some leads for Ryed. Now, what I want to show you today is Aisha says, Aisha, are you in the Houston area? Put it in the chat if you can't talk. Aisha, are you in the Houston, Texas area? I'm just curious because I couldn't remember if it was Houston, but we have a few people from Texas, and I've got somebody from Canada wanting to do deals in Texas, and so I was just trying to see if there was a connection there. But anyway, Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay, Aisha, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna make some leads for. Well, maybe we have time to do both. We'll see, Aisha. We'll see. Riot jumped in real quick. Riot has his camera on and his microphone. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. This is what I'm about to show you is what I tell you to do on a daily basis. Okay. All right. So a daily basis, 100, 100 texts, right? 100. Okay. So we're going to start working on that. Should I show? I should. Let me just share a screen right here. Let me just jump right into it right now. Okay. So sharing the screen. If you're at realestatewholesalerclub.com, which by the way, if you happen to be watching this and you're not a part of the club and you want to be, go there and sign up. Here's the schedule of the 6 live free free Q&As to you as a VIP member. And you join, it's $49 a month. Okay, that's my plug. End of plug. All right, but if you're there on the site and you slide down, also I'll throw in this Outsource Lease Options 2.0 course if you join in. It's just kind of what I'm doing right now. I think everybody ought to have it. It's one of my favorites. I wonder why. Okay, in that course, once you get it, it looks like this. Okay, if you slide down, guys, and you're in the VIP club, especially, you have this. Slide down. You see, there's a module on how to have endless lease option leads. Okay, so in this endless lease options leads module, we have acquisition scoreboard. I'm going to click there because this here is the target numbers. Okay, you've got to have some target numbers in your life and in your business. So here's the target numbers. Let me see if I can expand here so you can see it a little bit better. If you want to make 10 grand a month, average profit 5, which is actually kind of low, y'all. All right. You should be getting closer to 10. Number of deals, maximum's 3. Okay. Average number of leads per deal, 30. If you want to know how many leads does it take to get a deal, the answer is about 30 on average. Okay. Will you get a deal in your first 30? I don't know that. I just know that for us career folks that don't quit, right? And we get pretty good at the phone, 30 leads equals a deal. Okay. It may be an ugly deal. It may be a pretty deal. It may be a messy deal, but a deal. Okay. Number of leads per month. Then you need to have a goal of getting 90. Number of leads per week, 22 or 23. Number of leads per day, then about 5. 5 people that want to talk to you. If you're out there and you're getting 2 or 3 a day that you're talking to, do not feel discouraged. Okay. Tweak your business a little bit, up the numbers a little bit. Maybe your averages aren't quite this good. That's okay. Just average the numbers up to make them fit where you are on your skill level. Okay. How many texts do we have to send out? The daily goal is 100 and the weekly goal is 500. Okay. That's the acquisition scoreboard. Prop stream training. There's prop stream training. Automated REI training, including getting wholesalers leads and building realtor networks. Okay. I don't know if people realize the gravity of this module, but the gravity in it is that, yes, I talk about using what I'm about to demonstrate, which is the Zillow scraper. Okay. Maybe Craigslist. All right. And there's other things you can do with it. Like what? Well, building a wholesaler network. There's training and stuff in there for that. Okay. What do wholesalers do with pretty house leads? ugly house wholesalers, they throw them in the trash. If you had a network of wholesalers that weren't throwing those in the trash, but were giving those to you in exchange for when you close a deal, you give them $500 or something, some arrangement, right? That pads the wallet a little bit there. Okay. So if you've got a whole network of those guys, that's endless leads because they're always generating leads. What do they do with the pretty house ones? Well, now they give them to you. Okay. What about realtors? There's information and training in there on how to build a realtor network because realtors know buyers that can't qualify. They probably talk to one every day. Okay. Maybe more than one. Some realtors for sure more than one. Okay. They also talk to a lot of homeowners that have no equity and can't afford a realtor. What do they do with those? Usually walk the F off and nothing. They do nothing, right? Okay. Now they could give those to you. All right. But with that being said, the training and all that's there. What I'm about to demo for you is the scraper. It's just one thing you could be doing to get leads. But I'm going to demo it for you because this is where you should start, in my opinion. Okay. Text templates right here. Click that, and there's a whole bunch of text templates. If you're like, well, how am I going to text blast people? I don't know what to say. Okay, well, there's a bunch of ideas. Okay, I think it's like 25 different ideas. Tweak them, change them. Please don't send them out word for word. Make them yours a little bit. Okay. Boom, automated REI. Okay, guys, this looks way different than it used to. And again, if you guys have questions or anything, please don't hesitate to just shout right out. Yeah. Let's see here. This looks way different, way different, way different. Skip tracing, choose a plan. What the, right? Monthly, thank God. Because if that said yearly, I might have to check out right now. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't think so much differently than you guys. I'm glad he did monthly. Super good idea, Michael Batista. Hey, Christopher Harper in the YouTube says, what's up, Justin? Dude, I got 7 super hot leads and 2 potential buyers from using the automated REI SMS campaign of 100 texts. Super dope. All right, that's cool. Thank you for your tutelage. Tutelage. What a cool word. Okay. Yeah, I am on the free plan, guys. Okay, I'm on the pay-as-you-go plan right here, the $0 per month. If you were already signed in, you had a login and everything, and then they switched to this, you just go with the $0 a month plan then. Okay, unless you want to upgrade, which if you're going to use this every day and you're already in the VIP, I recommend you use the $19 a month plan. If you're going to use this like a career choice. If you're not, then go with the free plan. I'm on the free plan for this particular account. Okay. The $49 a month, that includes some extra benefits that you don't need if you're in the VIP. Okay. Already. All right. So let's go ahead and sign in. You can click sign up here and sign up, guys, but I've signed in with this particular account login. And you can see it looks different too. They've updated things. Lots more cool pictures, icons, so on and so forth. Okay. Let's start a timer. It's 12:14 right now in the central time zone. Let's go with a quarter after. Okay. Now I'm going to be doing this slower because I'm going to be talking you through it, but let's just time this how long it takes us to do our lead gen today. Ryan, I'm tempted to do something to you, man. I'm tempted to create leads somewhere else.
Can I tell my challenges with my automated REI?
Yeah.
Like my area, you only get like 10 FISBOs, probably 15 at the most, fresh one weekly.
Okay.
So if I need to scrape them weekly, I mean, I won't get that many. So I won't do my area till monthly probably. And I'll still hit the same ones over and over, so I have to expand. But my challenge is sometimes when I go to other cities, I get responses from homes that in the middle of nowhere, so I
Okay.
can't, you can probably hard sell those, because not much
Uh,
activity in those areas.
I
But
don't know.
my goal with this training from you is just to kind of concentrate where's the best areas around the big cities to hit it.
That's a great idea. That's what we want to talk about. So, somebody time me. We're gonna have to time this roughly today because it's not gonna be just like as if you were sitting at home at your desk. Uh, so let's time it though and just see. This is not an all day long process here. This is just something that's going to take a little while, and I'm going to show you from start to finish. Let's do it right now. We'll jump in. I'm going to give these leads to Raed. Okay. And Raed, you and me could kind of, bounce it back to me, if you need some help throughout that, because you're a one-on-one coaching student as well. So I'm going to go to my account over here on the left, and you can see where I signed up. It's got all this information. I just recharged my wallet right before this show because they sent me a notification up here, which was the bell icon up here on the right. But they said you're low. It was down to $3, I think. I had 100 in there. Okay, if I click the reload button, see, it's gonna ask me how much I want to put in there, and then I can pay with PayPal. Okay, I don't want to do it again. I just did it, but guys, super easy to load your wallet here. All right. Now, once I've loaded my wallet, I'm going to slide down over here to Zillow scraping. I'm going to click Zillow scraping. Then I'm going to come up here to my browser, and I'm going to type in a state, for example, Missouri. Why Missouri? I don't know. It's where I live. It's country people. Okay. For the most part, rednecks and stuff. Okay. Blue collar, flyover state. All right. Most of it's rural-ish. Okay. Small towns, small cities. We're going to take a look at it here. Let me see if I can click on the map. There's a map over here. If I just click the map, let's see what happens. Okay. There it is. It pulled up. Let me see if I can zoom in on Missouri. Okay. You see, I can tell there's some major cities here. One is Kansas City, obviously. That's where I'm at right now. St. Louis over here to the right. And you can tell it's a big city because it's got a big loop around it, right? Like lots of roads. But then look, there's some other little circles and little towns that pop up. Springfield's one. It's got see this circle under Springfield? It's a little larger than Lebanon. Lebanon. That's how they say it. Lebanon. Okay. Rolla is a small circle right there underneath Rolla. See it? So Springfield circle is much bigger. So it's a bigger place. That's what that means. Joplin is kind of a mid-sized circle underneath that. So it's a pretty decent sized town. Okay. Oh, here's Jeff City. Here's Columbia. Oh, here's one up here called Hannibal. All right. So I'm getting an idea now. Okay. In between the circles here, in between Kansas City and Columbia, you see the circle, the Columbia, and then the Kansas City circle's real dark and large. Okay. Well, in between Kansas City and Columbia, that's where the cows live. Okay. I'm not talking about going out there. Okay. I want to hit these circles here. All right. So now that I have kind of an idea, I'm picking markets right now. I forgot to tell y'all that. This is exactly what I do. I'm just picking markets. And this may be in a completely different state. Okay. It may be in Kansas. It may be in Nebraska. It may be in Alabama. This particular week, it's in Mississippi and Alabama. Okay. Why? Because I needed to go 2 places to hit my target numbers. I'm cool with that. And this is exactly what I do. This is exactly how I did it. I go in here, I look at here's some bigger towns. This is a major metropolitan area. I know that. St. Louis is too, right? But Columbia, I've never heard of that. And Jefferson City, Rolla, Lebanon. What the? Okay. Springfield. I think that's where the Simpsons live. That's Springfield, Illinois, right over here in the top right. Okay. So I've got an idea of where I want to go market-wise now. So I'm going to go back to the automated REI. I'm on the Zillow scraping tab. And I'm going to name my campaign. I'm going to select by owner. And then I'm going to pick some of those Kansas City, Missouri. I'm going to pick some of those market areas we were just talking about. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to set the time. Okay. So let's do this. Let's set it so next week it will have run, and maybe we'll set up a text blast next week with this particular scrape. Well, me and Riot will work these leads right here on the VIP daily Q&As. How's that? That sounds pretty cool to me. Okay. Let's see. So Monday, let's do Sunday. So we're going to set the scrape to scrape on Sunday at 11:17 a.m. Okay, I'm going to leave keyword checked. I'm going to come down here to filters. I'm going to check that. Oop, it popped up something. Now I'm going to come over here. I want to do homes. Okay, I'm okay with townhomes. I'm okay with manufactured homes too. You know, like that's a grayish area. It could be some things I don't want, and could be some things I do like. Okay, so that's about what I'm looking for. All right. I could go crazy here and do beds and click minimum price and maximum price. And if I'm going to stay in one small market, I kind of have to do it minimum to maximum price. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to do 50 to 99,999, and then 100 to 149,999. I'm going to do 2 scrapes, and then I'm going to do a third scrape, 150 to 199,999. Are you getting the picture? I'm just bumping it up by 50s or 100s you could do. Okay. If I click more, it's going to pop down all this stuff, days on Zillow, how long has it been there? I don't really care. This is really what I care about most. The homes, townhomes, by owner, for sale. Okay. I'm going to click submit. Okay. So I'm kind of done with filters. I really didn't pick any, did I? Other than the type of property. Now I'm going to check data count. This is Kansas City, Missouri. Now remember, this is a major metropolitan area. I think you'll be surprised at the results. In the meantime, I have a sheet of paper. Okay. This is my sheet of paper for you guys. I was hoping it was large enough and clear enough you could see it. Okay. I'm just going to write down, I wrote down market. Okay. Now let's see how many total rows automated REI produces. Okay. So let's go back and take a look at that. It's still thinking. It's going to be a whopper. Okay. Remember, my goal for the day is 100. That's it. My goal for the day is 100. Boom. 41 estimated maximum rows. Okay. It's going to cost me $1.23 to pull these FSBOs. Okay. Well, how do you know you didn't check any filters? How do you know you're getting the right stuff? I don't know. I'm fishing. Do I know what kind of fish is going to bite the bait first? I don't. I'm just looking for motivated sellers, really, right? So I don't need to apply a whole bunch of filters here. Some folks hear me talk about bread and butter and they want to go right to that bread and butter and put that in the filters. Okay, you're skipping a lot of deals. That's the truth. Oh, I'm gonna hit proceed. It's gonna cost me a whole $1.23. Now I'm not done yet. See, it says down here at the bottom, now you can proceed, create campaign. Okay, so I'm gonna click create campaign, and it's gonna scrape those 41. See, campaign created successfully. Please check in campaign history. All right. So let's go to campaign history. Like it just said, it's over here on the left. Scraping history. Scraping history. Okay. And you can see it says Kansas City, Zillow, scheduled, just like we told it to do. All right. When it's done, it will say completed like these do. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to go back to the Zillow scraping tab because we're not done. I only got 41. Right? Only got 41. So I need to do something else because I'm not going to hit my target numbers, which is 100. Okay. So I've got to pick another marketplace. What marketplace do I pick? I go back to the map and I find me one of these circles. Oh, here's Columbia, Missouri. Okay. All right. Let's go back here and let's try Columbia. And I'm going to do for by owner. And then I'm going to enter. Oh, there it is. Columbia, Missouri. It pops up. I'm going to change the date to run on the same day as the last one we did. And that is the 5th. And then I'm going to hit filters, homes, townhomes, manufactureds. I'm okay with. And that's it. And then I'm going to check data count. Boring. Now, this is how you also teach your virtual assistant how to do this for you. Can a virtual assistant do this? Absolutely. 150% yes. Okay. How do they know what cities to go to? Well, you teach them exactly the same process that I just showed you by going to a map, picking some circles, going in there until they hit their target numbers. Okay. We've been going at this for about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Anybody timing me? 10 minutes and we're almost done. We're 41. We're almost halfway to our goal for today. Okay. Oh, look at this. 24. 24 rows. I'm going to write that down. Let's see here. Columbia. And then 24. Okay, so what's 41 plus 24? 61, 65. Okay, so I'm at 65 if I do this one. Okay. It's going to cost me 72 cents out of my wallet. Okay, I'm going to hit proceed. But again, I'm not ready. I haven't completed this until I hit create campaign down here. Okay, if I leave the page now, it's just gone. Start over. If I hit create campaign, okay, boom, it pops up here in the right-hand corner, campaign successfully created. If I slide over here to the left, scraping history, click that, you can see now it is also scheduled right here at the top. So now I have 2 scheduled campaigns that are going to net me 65 rows. Okay. All right. So I need to go back to the map because I haven't hit 100 yet. Find me another circle. Here's Jefferson City. Okay, Jefferson City. I'm going to go back here, automated REI, go to the Zillow scraping page, and go name the campaign. By owner. There it is. It pops up. Change the date. Let's see here. All right. And then I'm going to filters, homes, homes, townhomes, and manufacturers. Okay. Submit. Check data count. Let's see what happens. Drum roll, please. No. You can literally do this while you're watching TV. Okay, if you have a favorite show like Ricky Lake or the Donahue Show, they haven't been on TV in years, guys. Right? I don't think that Ricky Lake and Donahue, I don't think they've been around. There's another 18 in Jefferson City. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and proceed. It's going to cost me a whopping 54 cents. Oh, how am I going to do it? Okay, I got to hit the create campaign button, though. How many was it? 14? Somebody tell me. I forgot.
18.
Okay.
So you should have 83 now.
Yeah. Okay, so I only need 17 more. Okay, go back to the map. Look at that. Okay, there's Springfield. Let's try that. That's a pretty decent sized little town. Springfield. Okay, we're going to go to the Zillow scraping tab. Did I hit this create campaign thing button already? I don't know if I did or not. Let's go check. See, I got distracted talking about Ricky Lake. Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, back to the Zillow scraping. Now, let's try this. Springfield, Missouri. Owner. Springfield, Missouri. Okay. I'm going to come down here, change the date again, because we're going to run it so that next week we can look at some results for the day. 1 day's worth of activity. Okay. Probably won't get a deal out of 1 day's worth of activity, but it'll be good for us to at least go through how we do it every day. Click filters, homes, townhomes, manufactured, submit. Okay. Check data count. See, I'm doing it faster now, right? You will too. And if you're not talking it through like I'm doing right now, you can shoot, we'd be done already. Okay. So that's why I don't get when people say, I just don't have leads. Oh, I would have deals, but gosh, leads are so hard to come by. It's like, really? Because I spend like 20 minutes. Okay. It's not hard. And I spent like less than, I think I'm still less than $10 or something so far. I don't know, some ridiculously low amount of money. We had 23 in the wallet when we started this today. So let's check it here in a little bit when we hit our goal and see how much money we spent so far. Um, 27. Boom. There you go. 27. Okay, so this is Springfield. I'm going to write this down. 27. So that brings our total to, let's see, 83, 93, 103, 110. Okay, cool. I'm going to hit proceed. Going to cost me 81 cents. Holy cow. And then I got to hit this campaign button, create campaign. So I hit the create campaign button. Okay. Now, if I slide over to scraping history and I click that button, you can see all four, 1, 2, 3, 4 of my campaigns are scheduled. When they're done, it'll say completed. Okay. Then I can set up a text blast to go out to those, which is what we'll do next time. Okay. So here's the scoreboard for today. Market, Kansas City, Missouri, 41. You'd think it'd be 411, but it's not. 41. Columbia, Missouri, 24. Jefferson City, 18. Springfield, 27. Add those up, you get a grand total of 110. We hit our goal for today. Our goal was 100. All right. What time is it? 12:36. What is that? 15 minutes, right? That's what it took us. 10, 15 minutes to do our scrapes. All right. And I moved around a lot, didn't I? I'm in 4 different cities / towns, whatever, circles. I'm in 4. Go ahead.
How often you circle for the same counties or towns? Like how long you wait, a month or two to come back?
Yeah, that's a great question, Raed. I won't come back to these towns for another month at least, you know. And 2, when we do the text blast next week, I have different phone numbers, and I'll buy phone numbers too frequently. So if I do go back to this, it'll probably be with a different phone number, and they wouldn't know the difference anyhow. As long as I'm not sending the same exact message that I sent 45 days ago. Okay. If I'm being creative with the creative real estate game and I'm mixing it up a little bit and changing my messages up a little bit, okay, that's how you do it. Now, that's not tough, is it? Not tough at all. So, no more excuses, y'all. No more excuses. If you take 10, 15 minutes of your day, you generate some scrapes. Okay. Now, remember, it takes 24 hours for it to be completed. Okay. I scheduled mine for next Sunday, though, remember? So it won't really be ready until Monday because it'll scrape on Sunday and it'll take 24 hours. And then so Monday, it'll be ready. So then next Tuesday, I can pull it up, show you the results. We can set up text blasts, right? Here's another good point. Because we're dealing with these smaller towns, we're getting less competition. We're getting less realtor competition too, and investors. And also, because we're dealing in these small towns, we're sending out smaller numbers of texts in each blast, which really helps you fly under the spam filter radar. Okay. So there's some really good positives about this particular strategy. This is where I would start, guys. If you haven't started any marketing plan for your business whatsoever, implement this 15 to 20 minute a day strategy 5 days a week. Hit your target number of 500 in that week or 100 a day. Bada bing, bada boom. Give them good phone. Boom. Right? You got the money, the shut up money. That's how it works. All right. So are there any questions on what I've been talking about so far today? Okay. No questions. Let me share the screen. Let's go check it out one more time because I want to go to the wallet. I'm going to click on my account. Okay. I spent $3 because it started with 23. And you can see right here, wallet balance, $20.54. I spent $3 today. That's like, you can't even adopt a dog for less than $3 a day. Not my dogs, at least.
I got a question.
Okay. Yeah.
How are you getting 100 a day? Is that going out of the state to
Oh
other
yeah,
areas?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll fish around.
Okay.
Like when I look at the map here of the United States, it's like, um, basically, I try to stay on the plains and the southern states. That's where I like to go. But that's also me. I'm born southern, and here I am living in the plains for all of my adult life. So I don't know. Maybe that's just my comfort zone. I find that when you go to the coasts, Gulf Coast, East Coast, West Coast, tough stuff, tough business. You know, but the flyover states here. Does everybody know what I mean when I say flyover state? It's the states that you fly over because you're going someplace important and cool, and there's nothing there to stop
Nothing
for.
to stop for.
Exactly. Those are the places I like to go because inside those places are lots and lots of little circles. Okay. Here, Dallas, Fort Worth. Look at all the little circles. Waco, Temple, Killeen, Round Rock, College Station, the Woodlands, Pasadena, Sugarland. Some of these are getting close to the coast, so it might be tougher. Nacogdoches, whatever. Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Longview, Tyler, Ardmore, Wichita Falls, Abilene, Lawton, Plainview. Oh, I'd probably go to Lubbock, Amarillo. Okay. Lots of Hobbs, Andrews. God, man, you could fish. You could fish all day in Texas, right? Missouri, the example we just did, you see, it's much more sparse. Much more sparse. So, Aisha, we would have no problem generating leads in Texas. None whatsoever. Missouri, though, I'm probably not going to be able to stick around Missouri for the whole month, right? Maybe another day or two. And that's your point, I think, Ricky. So when I'm done with this, I might just move over here to Kansas. Kansas is also very sparse. I might only be there for a couple days. And then I'm up here in Nebraska because look at that. Yeah, there's all kinds of cities and towns here. Ogallala. Who comes up with this? North Platte, Gothenburg. That's where all the emo kids live. Cozad, Lexington, Kearney, Grand Island, Hastings, York, Columbus, Norfolk. I mean, we're getting into like a lot of, you'll never run out. And when you do, you'll realize that you forgot some. You overlooked a few. And then you go back and start over. Use a different phone number. Change up your message. Because remember, a seller's motivation today is not necessarily their motivation level tomorrow. It may be drastically changed by the time you text them again.
Justin?
Yeah.
And you always pitch the lease option message for those owners?
Do I always pitch a lease option deal? Is that the question?
In your message, when you send the text, do you always just use the lease?
No. I'm going to show you a message that I use a lot next week. And it mentions nothing about lease options whatsoever. But I'm pretty cool with using the ugly house strategy or the pretty house strategy, and maybe even another strategy or two. So I feel like I'm experienced enough to be able to handle leads of all different types. If you are only a lease options experienced or knowledge trained person, and that's all you know to do, then you have little choice but to do a lease options message, really. So that's why I always encourage you to be a full spectrum wholesaler. Have the ugly house game and have a tool in your toolbox. That's a wrench that works the ugly houses, and have a tool in your toolbox that's a wrench that works the pretty houses. And now you're ready. You don't want to go into the fight with one hand tied behind the back, right?
Reason why I said also because I'll say 80% of the leads that I've seen is just pretty houses. They don't need you can't do the ugly house deal with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to pitch to them, anything but the lease option.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
care what the message says, but at least I want to learn a couple of messages or whatever, just to put it in there in the text. Because I'm always pitching, is this house available for 18 to 24 months, for a good tenant? That's that kind of message.
Well, if it's a pretty house, you got no choice but to do a pretty house offer. If it's an ugly house, make an ugly house offer. If it's something you don't know what to do with, bring it to the VIP room, or me, and let's talk about it. Maybe there's something we can do with it. Yeah, you don't know. You never know. So mostly though, if you're experienced and you have the tools to do either, you're just looking for a motivation factor. There's only what I just showed you guys on is for those of you who are like, well, I'm not very good at computers. Okay. I've got several people that are in the club and one-on-one stuff that tell me I'm horrible with computers. Okay. I get that. So either you have to learn this or hire a virtual assistant to do it. But this is not complicated work. This is minimum wage stuff here, guys. Right? This is mundane, routine work. You could teach a cat to do this. Okay. Practically, and so outsource this stuff if you don't like it. Gotta have it done though. But this is not the brain power here. This is not the difficult chore. The hard chore is not the pre-qualification call. That's easy too. You should outsource that. The harder part is closing them, which is why we practice all the time. And we're going to continue to practice and learn more. But that it's all in finding a motivation. There's only one moving part to this entire thing. You heard me say this the other day. There's only one moving part to this entire thing, and that is finding a motivated seller, period. So the consistent, regular activity that I just showed you every day, 10, 15 minutes, you will find some motivated sellers. How many do I promise you'll find a month? At least 3. 2, 3, at least. Will you close them? Sheesh, I don't know. You know what I mean? But you'll find at least 2 or 3. Okay. So if you're looking to systematize, automate your business, this is easy to do. I have a student that had a super good idea. And he gave his virtual assistant a list of the 1,000 largest towns and cities in America. I mean, there's lots of towns, guys. Tens and hundreds of thousands, I think. Like there's a town for every one of us practically. And here's the crazy shit. It was all here when we got here. Right? All these towns were already here when we got here, when we got birthed here. So he gave his virtual assistant a list of the top 1,000 ranked by size. So 1,000 is the smallest and 1 is the largest, like LA or something. And he said, do the scraper, work backwards from 1,000 up towards the 1. What a genius idea. Were you going to say something, Ricky?
Yeah. Is this just for Craigslist and Zillow? Because what is the other feature where it's got list pooling? Because I've seen foreclosures, for sale by owner, and all that in there. What's that?
Yeah. Well, it's got lots of things you could do. I was just showing you the Zillow scraper over here to the left in the menu.
Yep.
I was just using Zillow scraper. That's just one thing that it does. Okay. The other things that it does here is you can go to the Craigslist scraper. So if I slide down and see Craigslist scraping, I could easily also just scrape Craigslist in the same market areas and probably double, triple, maybe quadruple my returns.
How about the list pooling that's right above Craigslist? I mean, because it's got a lot of different options in it. As far as pre-foreclosure, for sale by owner. I mean, does all this relate back to Zillow and Craigslist?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. This is public data.
Okay. I was
Okay.
wondering about that.
So yeah. So you name it, you put your name, email, all that, fill out the blanks. And like you said, come down here, list types. There's all kinds of list types. If you're looking for expired listings in a certain market, then this is how you buy that list.
Okay.
And down here at the bottom, you'll see you can click this bubble and they'll skip trace that list for you automatically so that you have the phone number. Once you have the phone number, you can either call them or you can come over here to SMS campaign on the left, which is a text campaign, and you can upload that list right here and text blast them. Does that make sense, Ricky?
Yes, but this is another good option right above what you just demonstrated to us, right? Or not?
Oh, well, yeah. You know, if I'm going to stay in a centralized location, I'm not willing to spread out like I do.
Yeah.
Then I have very little choice but to get data from failed listings and expireds and, vacancies and tired landlords and,
Right. Okay.
Because I'm not going to be able to scrape enough off Zillow alone.
Right.
Or even Zillow and Craigslist. But if I'm going to stay in a local market, you definitely could scrape Zillow routinely. You could scrape Craigslist routinely. You could buy your expired listings. You could get your tired landlords. You could get your pre-foreclosures. You could get all that data and have it all skip trace and automate the texting and all of that. All right there, super cheap.
Sounds good.
Which is why I like them, right? Because I'm a Scrooge on the money.
Right. Okay.
Like I don't like to spend much. Victor was asking a question. Do I really care about the realty and investor activity? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do. Like, that's why I don't like to go to Chicago, New York, Atlanta, in the city itself with just a scraper. Okay. If I'm going to do business in Atlanta, I'm going to get more than just the Zillow scraper going. All right. But sitting here where I'm at in Kansas City, that's really how I'm fishing out there. So I just avoid some of these really super, super ridiculously scalding hot places. LA. Okay. San Diego. You won't catch me over there. Because remember, the coasts and some of these hot markets, I'm going for those little towns, those little bitty towns. You saw them on the map, these little bitty places. So that's where you should go too. All these little towns, all these little bitty towns. Look at this. Anywhere, somebody pick a state, any state, name a state.
Georgia.
Here we go. Down here to Georgia. Okay.
And I don't mind going over the state of Georgia, like places I like to visit, the North Georgia mountains or, Savannah, the coast, something like that. But you say it's hot where I'm at. So I don't know.
There you go. Auburn, Columbus, Albany, Macon, Augusta, Aiken, Athens, Marietta, Alpharetta. Some of those are probably really, really pretty hot.
Oh, yes.
And there's probably a bunch that aren't even showing on the map.
Yeah, Warner Robins, I don't see it on there, but it's hot, right down below Macon.
There we go. If I zoom in, see, look,
Yes.
now we're
Okay.
now we're really cooking with
Right.
with grease. Okay. So you could technically go fishing in Georgia for a while, you know. But again, probably not going to last you forever and ever.
Exactly. Well, once I wipe Georgia out, I'll be skilled like you are, and I can branch on out.
Yeah, get a deal or two. Is that what you mean? And then move,
Yeah.
Move on up to the east side.
Exactly.
Just because it's a theme song, don't make it not true, right?
Right.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for the kind words too in the chat and everything. I haven't checked the Facebook. Let me check Facebook, see if we got some comments or chat over there. Let's see. Anybody got any questions or anything so far on any of this? We've kind of been going at it a little slow, I think.
If I do a scraping today, I won't get my results till tomorrow.
That's correct.
Hours, or the next day, maybe.
That's correct. Correct. Tomorrow, 24 hours typically.
Okay.
So you have to have a plan.
Oh, yes.
Right? If you don't plan your week, you will not hit target numbers because that day will throw you off.
Yep.
See, if I know that I got to make phone calls because I'm free, I don't have to work on Tuesday, it's my day off from the job, then I'm definitely not waiting until Tuesday morning to run the scraper because I won't have any leads all day Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you got to plan your week. That's why I say run your scraper on Sunday. For the love of God, take 15 minutes, 30 minutes, take 1 hour on Sunday and set it up for the whole week. Schedule them to run every day.
Just
why not? Yeah, what's up, Ryan?
Yeah, back to my question that I asked earlier. See, the message I send always on the text blast is about the lease option. But I've heard a lot of guys talking about, is your price negotiable? Is your price flexible? That brings you more lead. So I don't know. I know I'm not strong on the phone yet, but I know we'd be dealing with pretty houses mainly. I mean, what I'm coming across anyway. So should I pitch that one or the lease option, or because I think you'll get more of the people probably willing to drop 5,000-10,000, so they'll say yes, you know.
Well, that's technically what I was going to show you next week. The text message that I'm planning on sending out is, "Hi, my name's Justin. Looking at your property online. I'm a property investor and was curious if you're flexible on price at all. Okay? Or negotiable. Is this price negotiable?" We'll word it somehow differently, and we'll try 2 or 3. We got 4 different scrapes, right? So we'll try 4 different messages and just play around with it a little bit too and see. But I like that message, Ryan, because that message, a positive response to it will indicate to me motivation maybe, right?
You mean the lease option, right?
Yeah, a lease option, or an ugly house, either one. If they're willing to say, yeah, this price, I'm pretty flexible on it, or I get responses sometimes that say, sure, make me an offer. Okay, what do you think about that? That's probably an ugly house deal. The guy's got some motivation, right?
I get those. I don't even call them.
Why not?
Because their price, when I check it, is almost at the full asking price. They said, make me an offer. So,
cool. That might be a great lease option deal.
Yeah, but they didn't say anything about lease option, because I always picture the message of lease option. They said that no lease, just make me an offer. So I don't even call it.
I'd call those people. Because, see, they say no lease, just make me an offer. They might not even really understand what you're talking about. They might not even know what a lease option is. And if you had a conversation with them, built a little empathy with them, understood where they were coming from, and then said, hey, if I was able to give you your full price, Would you consider doing something creative with me for 2 years? What do you mean creative? Okay. Now you're in it. But if you don't call them, you're never in it.
Right. For sure.
You prejudge. You prejudge leads.
I prejudge a lot of leads. Just
Yeah.
I've been guilty.
Okay. Well, you guys got to stop that because you're missing some good opportunities there. Remember, see, the reason why though I think we prejudge leads is one, our general distaste for phone work.
Yep.
But two, because when we get on the phone, we're not abiding by this 3-minute principle.
Right.
And so the phone becomes a drudgery.
Yes.
Hey,
But if-
hey, Justin, this is Dion. Just kind of piggybacking off what you just said. So really, we should be calling everybody.
Well, I don't call the no's, the straight up no or the no responses. I don't call those. I will call the yeses, the maybes, the which properties, the just make me an offers, or can we talks, or anything that's not a no.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I know that's I'm only going to spend 3 minutes with this person if it sucks. And then I'm off. Boom. That means I can make 5 of these phone calls today. And if they all suck, it might take me 15, 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Right? Or if I'm wrangling in a deal, it might take me 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. With my half hour or 20 minutes of lead gen time, I'm in it for an hour and a half today, and I'm wrangling a deal. If I'm not
Right,
wrangling, yeah, if I'm not working a deal, I'm probably in and out in less than an hour today. But this is the thing, the 3-minute rule. If you're not doing this, you're going to quit the business. Because you can't spend 45 minutes jacking the jaw with these clowns just to find out that you don't know nothing about it, or you can't make an offer, or they weren't interested, or the deal doesn't work, but they liked you. You're a nice guy. Cool. Get a dog. It'll like you no matter what you do. Aren't dogs great?
I got a tip for everyone on the text blast. If you keep it under 160 letters, they only pay a penny. But if you go over 160, you're paying 2 pennies per text.
There you go. Because it divides it into two separate messages. Yeah, keep your message short. That's for sure. Short and to the point. Pithy. Good tip, Ryan. Great tip. Anybody got any questions or comments or anything? Let's wrap it up for today. Next week we'll be talking about how to take this to the next step and do the SMS blasts and stuff.
Ryan, can you repeat that again? Ryan.
Oh, me? Yeah. On your text blast, when you put the message in, like my name is whatever, I'm an investor, if you're willing to, that message, if you keep it under 160 letters, your text only costs you a penny. But if you go over 160, it's going to cost you 2 pennies. Even the response, when they respond, they cost you a penny. And if you're over 160, when they respond, you pay 2 pennies. So double the cost if you're over 160 letters.
Short and sweet, to the point.
Yes. Aisha put in a chat here, there are so many non-responsive people. If one has responders, at least you can work them into a yes. Yes, some of them you can. Here's the thing. You might be getting non-responses because you're sending too many at once. If you're sending more than 50 or 100 at a time, you're probably getting caught in the spam filter, and most of them aren't being delivered. Okay. So you should be getting a strong response. When I say strong, I mean 40, 50%, 30 at the least. Okay. What do you do with the non-responsive ones? Not a damn thing. That's what I do with them. Nothing, because waste of my time to try to track these people down. I'm just gonna go with the ones that said yes. And if I don't have enough, then I'm gonna move to a different place and I'm gonna go fishing there in a different hole. I'm not gonna get caught up with how to maximize my efficiency on this machine. This machine is a sawed-off shotgun approach. Okay. It's not going to be like a machine gun. Okay. Or a high-powered laser weapon. This is a real simple, get close, boom, done, leads. That's it. Nothing spectacular about it. So I do nothing with the non-responses. I just go pull the trigger again someplace else. Anybody else got a statement or question? You guys enjoy this today? Was it okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now you only got one problem to solve. Go and do likewise. Go fishing. I spent $3. Okay. I'm going to have to skip lunch today. That can of Chef Boyardee, I'm going to have to put it back on the shelf so I can buy myself some leads today. Get some leads, guys. I know I'm being facetious here, but there's really no obstacles here. Okay. Other than what exists right here. So climb the mountain, get out a sheet of paper, and start building your marketing for the day. Or what I recommend is since you're doing it, just take a whole hour and set up 500 for the week. Schedule them up the way you want to work. You got schedulers on all this stuff. Schedule them up. Set it like Ronco. What did Ronco say? The Ronco-matic juicer, the pocket fisherman. Anybody know Ronco? Set it
And forget it.
and forget it. Well, don't forget it too bad because you got to come back and set up a text blast later. But yeah, basically, set it and forget it. All right, guys. I love you. Have a blessed rest of your day. Get busy. Make it happen. Only you can start the wheel turning. And remember, they taught us in science class, it's easy to keep a wheel that's rolling. But if it stops, God dang it, if it stops, it takes a lot more pressure to get it going. Okay. So trust me when I say this stuff is new. It's different. It's not difficult. It's just different. You're going to have to push a little harder to get it going. But once you get it going, it's easy to keep it going. Okay. Take my word for it. If you don't know that, if you don't believe me, just try to trust me and then step out on it today and make it happen. Love you guys. We'll see you if you got questions, you know where to find me over here in the Facebook stuff. All right. Love you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.